Togo Twilight of the flourished privileged, Tidjanisation of Kadanga. History is stubborn. He had been since March 2021, chairman of the National Commission for Combating the Proliferation, Trafficking of Light and Small Weapons, Cnlpal, replaced as head of the army in December 2020, 7 years after his appointment as Chief of Staff General of the Togolese Armed Forces, FAT. General Felix Abalo Kadangha has been put in custody since the 12th of January for reasons still unknown to the general public, an arrest reminiscent of that of late Togolese General Assani Tidjani, imprisoned before his death in a coup case known to General Kadangha. Tonight we were given the mission to support gendarmes who were struggling that night at MP Patch's house. Since this mission was too tricky, I was supposed to conduct the operations myself. We've come to take the fight into account. At the trial of Deputy Patch in Assani in September 2011, these were the first words of a FAT colonel that many did not know at the time of the events. Colonel Felix Abalo Kadangha, commander of the Rapid Intervention Force, for an elite unit of the Togolese army that had stormed in April 2009, the residence of the former Defence Minister Patch in Assani, arrested, tried and sentenced 2 years later at 20 years of criminal imprisonment in a coup d'état case, presented to the trial as the intellectual arm of the coup in preparation against President Faure Gnassingbé and the institutions of the Republic. General Assani Tidjani, one of the most powerful of the FAT, end strategist in preserving state power in the hands of the Gnassingbé, also gained 20 years in prison. He will remain in custody for the rest of his life in December 2012 due to illness. As a reminder, General Tidjani was one of those who, on the evening of the 5th of February, 2005, enthroned Faure Gnassingbé, President of the Republic, which toppled Togo into a catastrophic situation before, during and after the April 2005 presidential elections. UN to talk about 400 to 500 people killed in Togo in the difficult period after Edema 2 years after the famous trial, known to be very close to President Faure Gnassingbé whom he married a sister, the colonel, who was able to win the fight in April 2009 at Patch Gnassingbe's home, was promoted Brigadier General and then Chief of Staff General FARIT half 7 years into office, as some say he would have fallen out of grace. General Felix Abalo Kadangha was still on business in May 2020 when Colonel Bitler Majolba, commander of the Rapid Response Battalion, BIR, was reportedly assassinated in his office, and when 11-year-old mechanic Idris Omar Fadao was shot down at his workshop in Agahazongo in December 2018 during a demonstration called by the Togolese opposition. Concerning the assassination of Fadao, in a press release, TVT, by the Minister of Security and Civil Protection, General Damahim Yark, speaking about the dead and wounded in the demonstration, hinted that the FAT Chief of Staff, General Felix Kadangha, was actually on the ground as usual during demonstrations to check if the devices put in place are respected. Now, who shot Fadao? The investigations are underway. Who also shot Majolba? The investigations are still ongoing. Regardless, strong yesterday and weak today, is General Kadangha not bearing the cross that General Tidjani carried until his death? Will Felix Kadangha one day be charged in any state case, judged as Assani Tidjani and sentenced to heavy prison sentences? The probability is almost zero, since it does not warn a willing general. Moral of the story: there are only the untouchables of the moment, the helmsmen of the time, the masters of the moment. Time is the master of all masters. You have to laugh at everything, but before life's big decisions, think about yesterday and think about tomorrow, because nature in its accounting is uncorruptible and no bill will go unpaid. Nature is fair, says Hubert Kauta Kaumaga, first President of independent Benin. Sylvester Benny.